For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care. rightathome.com.au.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Without
SEN.
Bias right here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport for Bowls Australia and Right at Home, the right care right at home. Val Febbo here with you, and a big show tonight because we've got Samantha Noronha, who's going to be talking about the Australian Indoor Championships and the National Development Series kicking off next week. Right at Home emerging Jackaroo, and another Right at Home emerging Jackaroo who is just dominating. I feel like I've spoken to this man a lot over the last year, and I think we have. We've had a lot of conversations across various platforms. He's got the National Development Series, the Australian Indoor Championships, and he's just been to Singapore for the Lion Cup. His name is Jack McShane, or should I call you Jane McShane, my friend?
Oh, please don't. No, but it's good to be here, Val.
Can we elaborate on why the nickname Jane has taken off over the last couple of weeks?
The first day before the Singapore event started, I was with the rest of the crew, just coming back from rolling up. And then, Bowl Singapore posted the live stream schedule. And I thought Jack McShane was playing with Kane Nelson, but it turns out Jane McShane was apparently playing with Kane Nelson. So it took off pretty quick.
Jane and Kane, how good. Yeah, it was very funny, and I must say I saw Kane's post on Facebook, and then within an hour they'd fixed it, so it made Kane look really silly because he posted about playing with a Jane, and then it just said Jack. So, I felt for Kane in that moment. But it was a very interesting week, to say the least, because you and Kane played together, and then at the end of the tournament, you end up winning a silver medal with national coach Gary Willis in the under-25 event. Now, Gaz, I don't know if I haven't seen his birth certificate, but I could swear he's not under 25. So tell us how Gaz ended up playing with you.
It was an interesting week, that's for sure. So Kane and I started off playing together, but then unfortunately, 2 days in, he fell quite ill, and so had to spend 3 or 4 days in hospital with a virus and a bit of heat stroke. Good thing is he's out the other end of it now, and he's actually enjoying a holiday in Singapore now. So he's living life now. But so then good old Gazza stepped up and played the second event with me, and we had a lot of fun playing together. It was quite good.
You ended up getting a silver medal. So how nice was that to say that, the form that you've been in? I guess, you've won a lot of events over the past year and a half, but where does that silver medal sit in terms of handling the adversity that you had to handle? Because having a different partner halfway through an event obviously can throw you off, especially when you're worried about that said person. You're in foreign conditions in oppressive humidity, like Singapore is not for the faint-hearted, especially when you're standing out there in the sun. So where does that sit for you in terms of just, I mentally was able to handle this?
Yeah, I was very happy with it. In the end, the sort of result, like whatever colour medal it was, didn't mean too much to me, but just sort of getting through the week, as you said, with everything that was happening, like playing in the humidity, having to deal with that, the constant, threat of thunderstorms and lightning that there is in Singapore as well. The greens were some of the trickiest I've ever played on as well, and half the time you just had to laugh. But all that adversity is just such a good experience heading into the future. So that's sort of the big takeaways that I'm going to take out of it.
What were some of those takeaways in terms of conditions, and what was it like for those that have never bowled in Singapore?
Well, it's hard to describe because it was an outdoor, both of them were outdoor synthetics, and genuinely there were a few times where you throw a ball wider and it finishes tighter than the one you just played. So you can't really do too much about some of them, but that's it. Like, you just got to keep a smile on your face and keep moving forward, because everyone else is having to deal with it as well. You're not the only one. So as long as you can just try to do your best and keep on them in there, then it's like every other game of bowls. If you sort of surround it more, then you're still probably going to get those good results.
Very nice. And I think the mental adaptability from what we've seen from you over the last year and a bit has been exquisite. So I think this is just another string in your bow. So now you come back, you've got a massive few weeks coming up. You've got the National Development Series kicking off next week. So how pumped are you for that? To get back with some of your peers that and you'll be at Helensvale, which they just run beautifully under the carpet there, or under the dome there. So really looking forward to seeing how that goes. But how pumped are you?
Very excited for it. It is such a good event, and as you said, Helensvale such good facilities as well. The thing I probably enjoy most about the NDS though is just the fact that it's one of the few events where really, like, all the emerging squad at least, and then a few pathways all get together for a week. And so the competition and the format is so good as well, but just being able to actually get to know sort of, your fellow teammates a bit more is really good, especially considering that ideally in a few years' time, hopefully we'll be playing alongside them in the open squad. So to be able to build those relationships now is really good.
And what team are you on this year? Is it different to the last few years in terms of who you'll be with? Because I know some of them are the same and some of them are a little different.
Yeah, so I'm on Team Yellow this year. I'm just thinking, I don't think I played with any of them.
Were you green last year?
Before. So, what was I? Yes, I was Team Green last year. So yeah, we switched to Team Yellow. Got the super coach and Jimmy Reynolds as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, he's one of the best bowls minds, isn't he? He's the epitome of positivity, and yeah, he's got a real knack for this sport. So looking forward to seeing how you go under him. And now, or then after that, so you actually get to play on a carpet surface, which is great because then a few short weeks after that, you're going to be looking to defend your title at the Australian Indoor Championships as the top seed. So have you had much of a look at the draw? I know they came out sort of just before you went to Singapore. So have you had a chance to analyse that at all, or are you just sort of waiting until NDS is done?
I had a quick look at it, and it's actually quite funny because I play Daniel Hill first round, who I know him quite well. Really good fella, but then me, Jaden Gebby, and Daniel Hill were actually all staying together up there.
Oh.
So there might be a few arguments in the household after the first night, but no, it'll be good. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving it my all to try to defend my title and see if I can go again.
When you win an event, the next year when you go to defend it, does that give you the extra motivation just to put I asked Aaron Sheriff this with the Australian Open. Does it give you that extra motivation to put more of a price on your scalp? Because obviously you are the champion, the target's on your back. How much motivation do you have now to just go, you know what, no one's going to beat me here. I'm not going to let anybody take me down. And if they do, they're going to have to play out of this world.
It is, again, honestly, it is so different from this time last year because sort of the events like Aussie Open and Aussie Indoor last year, I was sort of more so the underdog coming through, sort of flying under the radar. But then now sort of the spotlight is on me a bit more. But yeah, I can't wait. And that is, after winning it last year, it's one thing I've had penciled in my calendar since then, is to try my absolute best to defend it. And yeah, I'm pretty, after the World Indoors as well, playing on carpet there, confidence is higher on carpet. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
And does the NDS playing that under the dome at Helensvale, does that give you the ultimate preparation, the fact that you are playing on a synthetic surface? I know it's a little bit different to how it'll run at Tweed, but how much preparation or how much good preparation does that give you?
Oh, exactly. Oh, it'll be so good. And also, like they're playing on the carpet there, but then also the quality of the competition I'll play at the NDS as well will put me in very good stead heading into the Aussie indoors, and will give me some really good practice leading into it.
And one final one from me, Jack. I wanted to know how you've dealt with, you mentioned that you were the underdog at AO and indoors last year, but the last 12 months, and time can do wonderful things, form can do wonderful things. It makes you one of the favourites for a lot of events now, and you've got people like me just drumming you up constantly about the quality that you possess, but which is true, by the way. But it's very different now. How do you handle that sort of stuff?
I'm going to be honest, the last sort of few months especially have been absolutely crazy. And more so in the sense that, like, apart from sort of winning a few events here and there, it feels like there's been nothing different from this time last year. But I'm trying my best to take it all in my stride, and the best thing is that I have such good people around me. Like, I have such a good inner circle that I can rely on. And so it's good. I talk to them about pretty much all the events, if I'm feeling any pressures or anything from anyone. So to be able to rely on them and have that in my corner has made it really good.
Well, Jack, you are taking everything in your stride. You're doing such a wonderful job on both on and off the green. Really looking forward to seeing how the next few weeks go for you and catching up at the Australian Indoor Championships at the start of August. Thanks for joining me on Without Bias. Thanks,
mate. Thanks, Val.
Jack McShane joining me on Without Bias. What an adaptable young man he is, and just the ability to go and handle adversity. It's not easy, especially with your partner going down and going to hospital. So I hope Kane Nelson's all good. Jack said he was travelling around Singapore now, so glad that he's all okay. And well done to Jack and Gary Willis, the under-25s national coach. Good on you, Gaz, getting a silver medal up there, and well done to everyone who travelled up to Singapore as well. Up next, Samantha Noronha. She's going to join me on the show to chat about the National Development Series and the Australian Indoor Championships, because she's got that coming up as well.
For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care, rightathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
You're listening to Without Bias here on 1116 SEN, your home of sport for Right at Home Australia, the right care. Right at Home Australia's premier in-home care provider for personalised, private, no waiting in-home care. Visit rightathome.com.au. Val Febbo here with you. A big thank you to Jack McShane for joining me in the last seg, and great to have the company of another emerging Jackaroo in Samantha Noronha. Samantha, welcome ahead of a very big couple of weeks for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, no problems. And we'll start with the National Development Series, which kicks off next week at Club Helensvale. It's your first time at the competition. How much are you looking forward to getting down there, or to getting up there, I should say?
Yeah, like you said, it is my first time, and it's a pretty big opportunity for the emerging Jackaroos in general. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to mixing in with the other states and just trying to put my best foot forward.
How much of a relationship have you got with a lot of the people that are playing in this competition? Obviously, you know from your time in bowls a lot of people, but these are people that you might not have met before. There's a lot of people from Western Australia and coming from other states. So how much are you looking forward to developing those relationships?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we are in the sport a long time, so you make good relationships with different people, but it seems to be more based around your own state's people. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to mingling a bit more with, those from the other states and being on their team instead of versing them a lot of the time. So yeah, I just think it's a really good way to connect with others, and, mixing all of us in together is a really great idea.
And speaking to a lot of people that have played the event before, they have genuinely loved the opportunity to take part in something like this. How many people have you spoken to about the tournament, and what have you heard about it in terms of the positivity and just the benefits from it?
Yeah, I mean, most people that I have spoken to just say it is just a really great event. It is just a really great way to showcase what we can do. The mixing in is such a main thing. is, we're always versing state by state. Not often do we get to team up with each other. So yeah, that was another, main thing that most people brought up with me. But yeah, I think just the opportunity to showcase what we can do and in many different positions with the format that they've put out there is just a really great way for us to do our thing and get seen.
Now, speaking of getting seen, there is an opportunity in terms of the Scotland tour later this year. It will be selected based on, or like the final open spot will be selected based on performances at the NDS. So how much drive does that give you to really put your best foot forward, because there is that opportunity to go overseas later this year?
Yeah, it is huge. I think once we found out that, this series was going to be sort of the deciding factor for that test tour, I was really, really up for it. I mean, massive opportunity. So all you can do is just keep putting in the work that you're doing and hope that it all comes together next week. And then hopefully they like what they see. So, it's definitely put a higher intensity into any training sessions that I've been doing over the past sort of month or two. So, you can only fingers crossed and hope for the best. Yeah,
for sure. And how has that preparation been? What does it all look like?
For me personally, I've really tried to get on Warilla Indoor since I live local to there. So I have been spending a lot of time on carpet surfaces. So for me, between work and being a mother, it's trying to get on that green as much as possible and spend as much time out there as I can. Because obviously there is a lot riding next week, and I do want to just do my best for my team as well. So the added bonus is that they are selecting that last person for that tour. So, but yeah, it's been plenty of training over those last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I can imagine it would have been pretty rigorous. And now your team in Samantha Atkinson, Sheridan Bodnar, Jacob Nelson, Joey Clark, Cooper White-Styles and Joanne Frost. I know you'd know some more than others, probably Joey especially, but how much contact have you had with a lot of those people, and Ian Ewing is the coach? So what are the relationships like, and how much are you looking to develop them?
Yeah, so we actually pretty much made a group chat pretty quick after on our workplace platform. So we've been in contact there, trying to come up with team names and things like that. We even had a Zoom call, I think maybe a week or two ago, just to sort of touch base with everyone. We got our room listings, and so I'm with Sheridan, and we've been kind of messaging back and forth over the last sort of week or so. We've been in pretty good contact, especially since some of us haven't really met before. So it was really good to break the ice before we get there. I think we're all just excited for the opportunity and just excited to get to know one another a little bit better. So we've got a pretty good group, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. That's absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to seeing how Team Red goes. Do you have a team name that you can reveal, or is it all to be determined still?
We haven't really agreed on one, so I think we'll wait for the big reveal next week.
All right, breaking news for next week then. But now you've got a couple of weeks later, you said that you've been training on the Warilla indoor surface there. That's one of the more pristine facilities that we have ahead of the Club Tweed event at the Australian Indoor Championships in a few weeks' time. So how much has that indoor experience at Warilla helped in terms of National Development Series, but then you've got it in terms of the indoors as well? That must be a huge bonus.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, I kind of had put in a bit of a plan that I wanted to practice regularly on that Warilla indoor leading into the Australian indoor. And then with this NDS series, a couple of weeks before, I just ramped up the amount that I wanted to be on that indoor surface. It's so great having a facility like that so close. When it's raining and windy, I can still get out there and do my training, which is huge. I've just been absolutely living on that thing. I grew up playing on it. So, I do love playing on the indoor surface. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but I am really trying to get up and about for these next two events on carpet surface.
So exciting. And have you had much of a chance to look at your draw for the indoors?
I pretty much just had a quick look to see what time of day I'm playing on the Monday. Yep. Outside of that, I don't look too hard into it because I just, you don't want to look too far ahead or, worry yourself into anything. So I just looked and go, okay, cool. I think I'm lunchtime on Monday. So I just know that I'll eat lunch before 12 o'clock, just so I'm at the club ready to go before my game. But yeah, I just kind of look at what time and place I need to be at.
More than fair enough. And in terms of the little one, so juggling all of that work, being a mother and then trying to throw bowls in as well, what's the trick for you in terms of managing that?
It's pretty hard. I'm really lucky that I have really supportive parents that, can come away with me at times. And they're happy to have her just that little bit extra at the end of the day if I want to go have a quick roll up after work. But at any chance I get, I try and bring her and my mum with me. So then I've at least got that support when I finish my game. I can get off the green and enjoy having her and being somewhere new and different with her.
Amazing. How's her form?
I've got them. Pardon?
How's her form? Is she good on the green?
Not really. She doesn't. I don't really get her out there too much. I like to keep her into all those other sort of mainstream sports and keep her options really far open. She came for a practice with me last week, and she was rolling a few jacks down, and I was like, okay, let's try do it this way, and trying to sort of train her a little bit. But yeah, it's good fun.
Amazing. Well, Samantha, thank you so much for joining me on the show this evening. It's been great to have you on to get your insight, and good luck over the next few weeks. I know it's a massive couple of weeks for you, especially with, that carrot dangling for a possible trip to Scotland. So good luck with the NDS, good luck with the indoors, and we'll catch up at Club Tweed.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Samantha Noronha joining me on Without Bias. Great to have her on the show. And that about wraps us up for this evening here on 1116 SEN. Thank you for your company. Remember, you can head to bowls.com.au for anything you need to know about the sport of bowls in this wonderful country of ours, as well as Bowls Australia's social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X as it's known now, LinkedIn, and of course our YouTube channel where you can catch so much exclusive Bowls content. So plenty to get excited about. This has been Without Bias for Bowls Australia and Right at Home, of course, the Right Care Right at Home, Australia's premier in-home care provider for personalised, private, no waiting in-home care. Rightathome.com.au. That's where you need to go. From me, Val Febbo, have a great night.